Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to the Houston Kilby YouTube channel. Let's get to it.
Welcome back, guys, to another YouTube video. I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching our progression so far on the GTO. This weekend, what we're going to do is we're going to mount the rear bumper. I spoke to Blaine about it. He suggested we need to get the bumper mounted first before we finished out the rest of the sheet metal in there. We kind of ran into a couple of issues in there and was like, you know what, let's get the bumper on there first before we do any more sheet metal. So no further ado, but before we get started, I do want to apologize. I've done a little bit different style of video on this one here, and definitely let me know what you guys think of it. Comment below. Give me some feedback on what you think of this style of footage, if you like it or if I need to do a little bit something different there. But I had a section of the footage that got messed up, and that section was about the chromoly tubing that I made to help hold the bumper up on there. And it's just the border frame of the bumper there that got messed up. But it didn't come out right, but the rest of it turned out pretty good, and hope you guys enjoy it.
Okay guys, so first things first, thankfully my dad and a couple of my friends came over to help me out on this. Mounting a long piece like this is kind of tough, and you definitely need a second set of hands there. But my dad came over and we had to get this bumper fitted to the car first. So when you get it from VFN, that's who I purchased mine from. Awesome product, came really nice, but we had to fit it first. Had to cut everything out and get it to fit really nice, and that took a little bit, but we got it. Moving on here, those mounting hardware there that you see, what that is, it's some Allen head screws. It's countersink with an aluminum washer around it, and I just want to kind of put it in the stock location there, and it turned out pretty nice. But there is the border there that the video got messed up on, and that's all I've got of it. And I wish I had the footage of us actually bending that out, and apologize guys, just didn't work out right this time. But anyways, moving on here, we're starting to get everything kind of mocked up pretty good. We're getting everything pretty much welded up, and here is the mounting pads for the bumper itself. What I've done was I just took some dimple dies just to help kind of strengthen that piece up there, and also had to make some extra tabs to kind of strengthen this whole piece up here to keep the bumper on nice and strong. What you've seen there in the video wasn't enough just to keep it on there strong and straight, so I had to make some extra pieces here, and that's what you see me making now. And what I'm doing is I'm just pretty much marking everything up. I just kind of came up with a design in my head, what I wanted to do, and I knew I wanted to use a bunch of dimple holes in it just to kind of strengthen it up and make it look pretty cool. And it turns out pretty nice. You'll see here in just in a second what that looks like. And that tool you see me using, it's just a spring-loaded punch. All it does is just help you, give you a little start punched in place to drill your holes there. Here we go, where I'm just using a step drill right now to get everything kind of drilled out. And before I even put it in the press, before I even trimmed these pieces out, I wanted to check it with the dimple there, and that was just what I was using to push in the hole there, just to check it. Got all the burrs off there, stomped it out with a stomp shear, and the pieces are coming together. Now all I'm doing is just put me some clean looking radiuses on the edges there, getting everything kind of cleaned up before we bend it and before we put it in. Here we go, we're using the dimple dies right now, and I'll put us a link down below to where you guys can find you some of these. They work pretty good. You just use the press and you just press them out, and they'll actually dimple up to 1/8 inch steel. I mean, it'll dimple some pretty thick stuff, and it makes the metal a whole lot stronger, and it's really nice. You see a lot of that in gassers and cars like that, and you can even see it in some of the racing seats now. It's in some of the aluminum seats, but it makes for a nice part. Turns out pretty nice. But here we go, we're just using our pan brake now and just getting them bent, and we're getting ready to weld these bad boys in. And I just put in some really symmetric, clean looking welds. I didn't do anything crazy on the outside there, just enough to hold it and hold it in good. Now on the inside, I put several welds in it, and I had to really kind of form it to the original sheet metal of the car in there. That's pretty much only original sheet metal left in the back of the car. That's kind of like the brace that held the two sides of the body together. But it's turned out pretty nice. We're getting ready to mount it on, and my good buddy Jesse came out and helped me out a bunch. Definitely a big shout out to him for coming out, and we stayed up about all night to get this bad boy on, and it's come along really nice right here. We're really excited about it. Everything's fitting really tight and looking pretty good.
This thing looks like work.
Oh yeah. Glad to see it going on, man.
No doubt, dude.
Alright guys, we got the bumper on it this evening. I wanted to use kind of like the stock location of what the original bolts, where they went in on the original bumper, so we did kind of the same thing on this one, and it turned out pretty nice. There's a lot of work went in it tonight, and we're liking where it's going, but we were rocking and rolling. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Be sure to leave us a like and a comment, and don't forget to subscribe. And also check out some of our other videos and let me know what you think. Till then, take care guys.